The observation deck of the Galactic Academy station hummed with the nervous energy of first-year cadets. Bella stood among them, her brown hair tied back in a practical bun, her uniform crisp and new. She was the only human in a class of 23 species, most of whom had spent the past 3 months giving her a wide berth. Humans had a reputation. Deathworlders, they whispered. Apex predators from a planet that actively tried to kill its inhabitants. A species so insane they had domesticated wolves and kept venomous creatures as pets. Bella had heard it all, and honestly, she found it exhausting. Today's exercise was supposed to be simple. Observe the Vacrian cubs in their enrichment habitat. The Vacrians were one of the galaxy's most feared warrior species, 8 feet tall when fully grown, with midnight black fur, retractable claws, and a bite force that could crush Duralloy. Their cubs, however, were considered educational opportunities for xenobiology students. Jackson, the human instructor and the only other member of their species on the station, led them through the reinforced observation corridor. He was tall, broad-shouldered, with the easy confidence of someone who'd spent years in space and didn't care what anyone thought about his dangerous home world. "Remember," Jackson said, his voice carrying over the group, "Vacrian cubs are still learning social boundaries. They're playful but powerful. Do not engage directly. Do not—" A high-pitched chirp interrupted him. Through the transparent aluminum barrier, a Vacrian cub, no more than 3 months old but already the size of a large dog, had noticed the group. Its ears perked forward, its tail swishing with interest, the cub's golden eyes fixed on Bella. "Oh no," whispered Zilthar, a crystalline Quelian cadet beside her. "It has noticed the human." The cub pressed against the barrier, its nose twitching. Then it did something that made every non-human cadet step backward in horror. It growled. Not a playful yip or a curious chirp, but a deep rumbling growl that vibrated through the deck plating. The sound was instinctive, ancient, a predator recognizing another predator and issuing a challenge, or perhaps an invitation. The cadets scattered, some diving behind support pillars, others backing toward the exit. Training protocols about Vacrian aggression flashed through their minds, stories of colony worlds where Vacrian packs had hunted prey across continents. Bella didn't move. She tilted her head, studying the cub with curious eyes. Its body language wasn't aggressive. The ears were forward, not flat. The tail swished high, not tucked. This wasn't a threat display. This was play. Jackson remained still, watching his fellow human with an expression that might have been concern or might have been amusement. He'd learned long ago not to underestimate human instincts. Bella dropped to a crouch, putting herself at eye level with the cub. Then she did something that made Zilthar emit a sound of pure crystalline terror. She growled back. It wasn't a timid sound or a human approximation of a growl. Bella had grown up with 3 German shepherds and had spent summers at her Uncle S. ranch working with livestock guardian dogs. She knew how to speak predator. Her growl rolled from her chest deep and resonant, matching the cub's frequency almost perfectly. She added a slight playful edge to it the way a dog might during a game of tug-of-war. The cub's eyes widened. Its ears swiveled forward to their maximum extent. Then it did something no one expected. It bounced. The Vacrian cub jumped backward, front legs stretched forward, hindquarters raised, a perfect play bow. It growled again, softer this time, almost questioning. Bella laughed. The sound was bright and genuine, echoing through the corridor. She slapped her hand against the barrier in a playful gesture, and the cub pounced toward it, batting at the transparent surface with sheathed claws. "Good kitty," Bella cooed, her voice shifting from predator to prey species nurturing in a heartbeat. Another uniquely human trait that confused the hell out of galactic xenopsychologists. "Who's a fierce warrior? You are. Yes, you are." The cub responded with happy chirps, rolling onto its back against the barrier, exposing its belly. a sign of trust that made Jackson smile. "By the seven suns," breathed Krenak, a Havorian cadet whose species had evolved from prey animals. "The human just played with it." "She challenged a Vacrian predator, and it submitted," Zilthar added, their crystalline structure literally vibrating with confusion. "How?" Jackson finally stepped forward, chuckling. "Because humans are idiots," he said fondly. "We see a baby predator, and instead of running like sane species, we want to pet it." "But the growl," another cadet started. "Oh, that?" Bella stood up, dusting off her uniform. "My family has always had dogs, big ones. You learn to speak their language." She shrugged as if she hadn't just casually demonstrated why humans were considered the galaxy's most unsettling species. "He's just a puppy." "That puppy will grow to be an apex predator," Sylar said weakly. "So will my nephew's Rottweiler," Bella replied. "Doesn't mean they're not adorable when they're young." The Vacrian cub pressed against the barrier one more time, chirping plaintively. Bella waved at it, and it swatted the barrier with evident delight. Jackson addressed the class, though his eyes sparkled with barely suppressed laughter. "This, cadets, is why humans have a reputation. We don't see predators the way you do. We see potential friends," he paused, "also potential threats, which is why we're good at fighting them, but mostly friends." "That is insane," Krenak stated flatly. "Yes," Jackson and Bella said in unison, grinning at each other as the class filed out, still muttering about human recklessness. Zilthar paused beside Bella. "You are aware that your species terrifies most of the galaxy, correct?" Bella glanced back at the cub, which was now tumbling with its siblings, apparently telling them about the strange human who had spoken their language. "Yeah," she said softly, "but someone has to show you that not everything scary is actually dangerous." She smiled. "Besides, wait until you see what happens when humans meet baby Thoraxians. Those things are actually venomous, but they're so cute." Zilthar made a sound like shattering glass, the Quelian equivalent of a resigned sigh. It was going to be a very long 3 years at the Academy, but watching Bella wave one more time at the Vacrian cubs, seeing them respond with joyful chirps, Sylar had to admit one thing. The galaxy was certainly more interesting with humans in it. Terrifying, but interesting. PLZ, subscribe my channel for more stories.